Kind of Kitchen Club then. Today we are going to make crab cakes. These ones are a little bit special, wasabi crab cakes. We've got a fantastic bit of a kick to them. So this here is wasabi then. This is one of our main ingredients we're going to use today. It's got a fantastic burn to it. It's more like horseradish or mustard where it burns your nose, but it's actually made from the root of a type of cabbage. If you've never tried it before, it goes very well with seafood and sushi. You can pretty much get it in a lot of supermarkets or your oriental grocery store. So yeah, you want roughly a tablespoon of wasabi, 300 to 400 grams of crab meat. If you want to use fresh crab, that's great. It's a lot of fiddling getting all the crab meat out of there. So if not, you can use tinned crab. Just ensure you get the lump stuff because it's much better than the flaked stuff. So 75 grams of mayonnaise, 75 grams of white onion or shallot. And what I've done here is I've just grated it to get them really, really thin. And 100 grams of very thinly chopped spring onion. I have the zest and juice from 1 lime, a 1/4 centimetre piece of ginger that I've just very finely chopped up, a little mix of salt and pepper. I have a teaspoon of rice wine vinegar, literally a couple of splashes or a 1/4 teaspoon of fish sauce, and about a teaspoon of soy sauce. I also have 150 grams of panko breadcrumbs. If you can, always try and use the panko breadcrumbs. They're traditionally the Japanese breadcrumbs, but they're much easier to work with, and I think they give a better texture to the dish as well. And then just 1 whole beaten egg. I'm going to cook with coconut oil today, just because I think it adds that extra little bit of flavour. And your condiment that you're going to serve with, that's up to you. I'm going to serve my crab cakes with a bit of sweet chilli dip. Okay, it's very simple to put this dish together. So, into a mixing bowl, I'm going to go in with your grated onion, your spring onion as well, the mayonnaise, your lime zest, and your lime juice, your fresh ginger, your rice wine vinegar, your fish sauce, and your soy sauce, and then your salt and pepper. Give that a really good mix up with a spoon. Next up, we're going to go in with our wasabi paste. If you make these and you decide that there's not enough heat in there for you, then feel free to add some more wasabi, but it is deceptively strong. It's like horseradish where it starts to burn your nose as opposed to your mouth. Okay, now gently introduce your crab meat. You don't want to go crazy with this and make it into a pulp, but just, you know, nicely almost fold it in. Yeah, fantastic, that has worked together perfectly for my liking. So now I'm just going to pop this into the freezer just to chill down nicely for about half an hour. We don't want it to freeze, but we just want it to chill down nicely, make it easier for us to work with. Okay, so I've just taken our mixture out of the fridge. It's had about half an hour just to chill down a little bit, makes it a bit easier to work with. So, in with your whole egg, and then you want roughly 1/3 of your panko. And we're just going to give that a nice mix in. That's going to add some fantastic texture to our crab cakes. Okay, so now we're going to form our patties. I'm just going to use these pastry cutters. As I say, if you want to use the large ones, feel free. I'm just going to use the small ones. I know probably between 15 to 20 with this small one, okay? So I'm going to take a nice tablespoon. I'm just going to use my spoon, pop it into our pastry slice. Use the spoon to help press it out, or use your fingers. And then that should just pop out nicely into your hand. And I'm just going to submerge it in the panko just to finish it off. Okay, nicely. And I'm just going to set these aside until I've done them all. So just repeat that until you've used all your mixture. So the next thing we're going to do, turn a skillet or a frying pan non-stick onto a high heat and go in with your coconut oil. You can use sunflower oil or olive oil. I just personally love the taste of coconut oil on fish cakes or crab cakes. So wait until that's heated up and it's nice and hot in the pan, and then we'll start frying off our crab cakes. Roughly 2 minutes on each side until they're nice and golden brown, and then they're ready to serve with your sweet chilli dip and a little bit of salad. Okay, one piece of advice, don't overcrowd your pan. 3 or 4 at a time. Give yourself plenty of room to work with, otherwise you're going to struggle to keep them in one piece. And don't forget, we'll need to turn these over, so I'm just going to use 4 in there at a time. Give it a couple of minutes on one side, flip it over, and a couple of minutes on the other as well.